So here you are again, you are trying to support Tony at Unbreak My Heart, but you could have got up from dinner and left early because you had something that you needed to do. Yes, Tony might have been upset, but again, you have to make sure that you are living for you, okay? Because everybody else will be living their dream, and in the meantime, you'll be being supporting cast, and not have your own role. So, you know what? I'm gonna have to, I might have to write that down. That was good. Hello everyone, it's your girl JoJo coming to you with a review for Braxton Family Values Season 5, Episode 5. I want to start this video off. I'm not going to rant and rave because I hate when people do that before their reviews, but I just want to start off by saying, y'all, I was getting really frustrated with editing these reviews. My camera is older and so is my computer that I have to edit on with the older camera. So yeah, they're compatible with each other, and they're the only two things I have that are compatible with each other. It won't work on my newer computer, and it crashed when I was trying to edit episode 4. I did not have the heart to start all over. I was so upset. It was about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning when I was editing it, but I don't know, y'all. I may still upload it. For those of you who are looking for it, I was getting real discouraged and thinking, you know what, maybe I just shouldn't do this until I'm able to get some new stuff. But I am very close to reaching what my subscriber goal was for the end of the month, and I ain't gonna tell it to y'all because y'all gonna laugh. But I'm trying to really grow this channel, and I don't want to stop in the middle and then try to come back because, that can get aggravating. So I'm gonna keep it going, y'all. But this computer issue, y'all, if you believe in the past. So a lot of the show, the girls were together, and some of the shows, they had their individual thing going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over the scenes where they were together, and then we will do the individual stuff by each girl in a little bit. That way it can kind of be more cohesive and shorter, because I can't be talking for 26 minutes. I can't do everything. That's the problem. I be trying to tell everything. I gotta get these videos down. People are trying to see what I'm doing. I'm in the Balo parking lot, y'all. Every so often she has one sister come and kind of do like a meet and greet, and this time it's Tamar's turn, but Tamar is late, so it's a bunch of people in there. Looked like a really packed venue, looked like it was probably hot up in there, and Tamar hadn't gotten there yet. Tawanda's at the bar. Trina takes her to the back, and she's just like, I don't know where Tamar is. So they go back, I guess, so they can film and talk in another room. And they are talking about the premiere of Unbreak My Heart. So they're all really excited about it. Tawanda's the associate producer, and Trina's just like, yeah, so what are you doing with the associate producer? And I was just like, the same thing she always do. Make sure she show up. Making sure she's supportive. But I'm pretty sure she had more of a role than that. But she really wants to be acting. She really wants to be on camera. She really wants her presence to be there and to be felt on the camera and not just behind the scenes. So Trina tells her that she is excited about Unbreak My Heart, but she's worried about what she gonna look like. I was just like, that don't have nothing to do with you. She said, I know, it's not about me. A bit. Y'all know how Trina talk. So Tamar does finally get there. You can hear the roar of the crowd, okay? They knew she had got there just from hearing all the people. Tamar says, who wouldn't want to take a picture with her? Who wouldn't want to be around her, honey, because she is beat. She's taking pictures with people. She comes in, and then she go to the back room. I was just like, now she already late. But all right, we got to get these scenes in. So she sits down with them, and as they're talking, Tamar asks what's going on with her and the young man. So Tawanda kind of side-eyeing Tamar because she's not ready to talk to Trina about how she feels about her boyfriend. Trina's tight-lipped about the situation. She pretty much says that, Jason made himself a part of the family. Like, she didn't really invite him in. He just came on in and started doing stuff like, buying bread and all of this. And Tamar's just like, oh, he buying bread? That mean he got a key. That mean y'all living together. Because that's serious. Anytime you buying bread, eggs, or milk, your relationship has just gotten serious. And I started laughing. But Trina didn't really say whether or not he had a key or how serious it was. I noticed that Trina, I clocked that. Do he live there, girl? But Tamar is right, y'all. Now, if y'all don't believe me, y'all just got to put it in perspective. Think about it like this now. If you in a relationship with somebody and they are involved in going to buy things for your home and bringing it back, and those things include bread, milk, eggs, possibly even cheese, okay, those are breakfast items. Okay, those are things that people eat in the morning. Those are things that, are indicative of cereal, omelet, bacon, eggs, and grits, which means You probably spending the night and getting up on some of that in the morning. And if you're spending enough nights to be buying bread, then you probably spending a couple nights there. You either buying bread for morning time or you buying bread for lunch meat. But either way, you there a good bit of the time. Tamar is with Tony. Okay, they're riding around Atlanta. And Tamar wants to know why Tawanda keeps coming to LA and nobody knows about it. She's coming to LA. She's doing stuff. She's not calling us. She's not calling you. She's not staying with me. She's not staying with you. What's going on? You know what? I bet Trina knows. So Tamar calls Trina. And I'm just thinking to myself, Tamar, if you ain't about to nosy, who does she go through all this work to investigate? So she calls Trina, and Trina said, I don't know what she's doing in LA. I don't know what's going on with her in LA. I mean, do you think she being sneaky? You think it got something to do with a man? Like, what you think she doing? Trina says again she don't know. Tamar says she's lying, and then Tamar says she's lying, and then Trina kind of rushes off the phone, which made me think, did Trina know? Because she did kind of rush off the phone real fast, so they got off the phone. But Tamar is determined to get to the bottom of why Tawanda is coming in and out of LA. But we find out why she's coming in and out of LA when we get to Tawanda's segment of the show. Now, Trina goes to visit with Tracy, and Tracy's doing good. She's recovering in bed with a full face of makeup on and her pajamas, but okay, we ain't gonna, I mean, maybe we do that. Do you guys sit in your bed with a full face of makeup on and pajamas? Y'all let me know. Tracy and Trina are talking, and they're both concerned about what the actresses are going to look like that are going to play them. And I was just like, well, I know one thing. If they're going to get anybody to play y'all, they need to make sure that everybody got their original nose. Okay, all y'all girls had big noses before the fame and the fortune. I can't speak if I'm not sure if all of y'all got surgery. Y'all might have just grew into your nose, but all the actresses need to have the same nose that everybody had when they got on the scene. Okay, if I was on production, that'd be the first thing I would have done. Let me get somebody with a good sized nose on. Tracy ends up having like her personal moment, y'all know, with her orgasms and all of that. And yeah, you know, Trina just sitting there kind of looking disgusted, and Tracy is, you know, just whew, you know, really carrying on. And Trina said, you need to see a specialist for that. But Tracy ain't ready to see nobody until her and her husband start back having a relation. So this right here, these mini orgasms is getting Trina on through. I know somebody a couple episodes was just like, wouldn't you like to have that? No, I would not. Okay, them 15 seconds that you are having an orgasm be about to make you, you know, take your breath away. You can't get right. You can't get your breath right. Like, I don't know if I would be wanting to have that all the time. I wouldn't be able to function and go about my day-to-day life. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know if I would want to have them, you know, often. A couple of times a day. A woman's orgasm and a man's orgasm, y'all, I'm not a man, but I can tell it's two different things. Because men, well, I ain't gonna get into too much detail, but women, y'all know it be about to hit your chest, and then it run back down to your feet, and then it hits you right in your okay. Okay, y'all, the Unbreak My Heart premiere. Tony. Now, y'all know I love Tony. All right, I love Tony. I think she's beautiful. I think she is on it. I think her body's amazing. But that wig in the confessionals. What was going on with that wig, y'all? It looked like it may have rained that day, and the curls might have fell. The blonde, it was, something wasn't right. Something was not right. Anyway, the Unbreak My Heart premiere looks like it went well. I couldn't really read the faces of the people. What I do know is everybody looked hungry. Okay, y'all didn't have no popcorn, Tony. It wasn't that big of a group of people. You could have got the popcorn machine, you know, from the family reunion, the one that we had for the kids. Get that in there, get it churning, get it going, pass out some popcorn. Now, you could have at least did that, Tony. You ain't have no hors d'oeuvres. Y'all remember? That's how Jamie Foxx said it on the Jamie Foxx show, hors d'oeuvres. Okay, you didn't have no hors d'oeuvres or nothing like that. I was just like, now, Tony, baby, you got to do better. I was really proud of the work that she had done, and I felt happy for her in that moment because Tony has been through a lot in her career, and it was good for her to be able to tell her story. Tawanda's really proud of the job she did as an associate producer with the movie. Everybody was pleased with the person that played them, minus Tamar. Okay, I ain't gonna say she wasn't pleased, but the girl who played Tamar, when they went out to dinner later, they invited all of the girls who played them in the movie, and the girl who played Tamar was very extra during dinner. Tamar kept saying, I felt tried, honey. I felt tried. We don't know where Tamar was during the premiere, but she wasn't there. But she ended up being at the dinner. She probably had something that she needed to do. But her and Vince are there, and she get mad when the girl tried to talk to Vince. I was just like, now, Tamar, if we done told you once, we done told you a million times. Don't nobody want Vince but you. Don't nobody want... Well, let me not say that. I don't know. I don't know what people into. But, yeah, there's not really much to talk about at the dinner. What I did want to point out is when Toni said that she's been dealing with feelings of being... She had been dealing with feelings of being guilty, that she was the one that Babyface and, Babyface and... What's the other man name, y'all? I can't remember, but she was the one that they chose and not her other sisters, and she had always felt guilty about that. And she said that this movie was a way for her to kind of, you know, release some of that guilt. And I felt good for her to be able to do that. Okay, it's got to be hard being the celebrity, being the star. Well, now everybody's kind of a star, so that probably alleviated a lot of stress for her. And really, that might have been what Toni wanted, to kind of get everybody in the spotlight so everybody could feel like they had their moment. And that has happened, especially for Tamar. So that's a good thing. But, you know, it felt good that she was able to release some of that, because you can... What is this lady doing? But you can't hold a lot of that with you, so I'm glad she's able to release that. Another thing I noticed that she said at the table was that it's always a lot going on, and it always becomes about the family. People forget that the night is about her, okay? Because, y'all, when they started all that arguing and talking and carrying on, you know, it started to become about everything else. And I wonder if Toni has felt like that, you know, in the past, that it's never really truly been about Toni Braxton. It's always about her family and what the family needs and the family wants. So that was interesting when I noticed that she had mentioned that. But anyway, y'all, that was it for Unbreak My Heart. Did y'all watch the movie? What did y'all think about the movie? I know it was a while back now, but, you know, what did y'all think? Her sisters end up showing up, but they show up late. And I'm getting tired of that from them, okay? This ain't the first time they have showed up late to an event that Toni has done. Y'all remember that time they were supposed to be there? Nope, that was actually Tamar for the Soul Train Awards, and they missed a spot. Or the time where they were supposed to appreciate Toni and couldn't get it together to do anything. Like, y'all gonna have to start showing up on time. But they get there, and did y'all hear Trina say, oh, we gonna have to open our own door? Yes, ma'am. Yes, you do have to open up your own door. Don't get brand new because you got on a floppy hat. Get over there and open up your own door. What you think this is? All right, y'all. What has Tawanda been doing? Tawanda has been going to acting classes in LA. She's been going to an acting school. She's going to be auditioning for a very, very big acting school. David, I think it's Strasberg. But she really, really wants to get into this school, and that's what she's been doing as she's been going back and forth to LA. So she tells Trina about it, and Trina is just like, wow, you know, that's good. That's really good. I know this is something that you've been wanting to do. And Tawanda tells us that acting has been her passion. It was always her passion. Singing was never what she wanted to do. However, singing was the family business, okay? It was the Braxton family value. So she kind of went along with the group and went along with what the family did. But singing wasn't what she wanted to do. She wanted to be in the fact that she had kind of been doing what everybody else wanted her to do for so long, and was scared to admit that singing wasn't really what she wanted to do. And you know, a lot of people go through that. I've had experiences similar to Tawanda, where I kind of go along to get along, and it's not really what I want. And I just want to warn all of you people out there, especially you young people, if you really have a passion and a heart to do something, then you need to make the attempt to do it. Don't live your life with any regrets. I'm sure we've all have been to that family cookout where that one uncle keep talking about how he could have played pro ball, but he was too busy, you know, playing around in school, not making his grades, and you know, wasn't playing football, got hurt, whatever. Okay, make sure that you live your life with no regrets, especially if you are younger. Go ahead and do the things that you want to do now. And even if you're older, okay, Tawanda's still trying to go to acting school. Sometimes it's not too late. So do those things that you want to do. It's very, very important that you live your life for you, because other people are always going to be living their life for them. And honey, they will leave you right there where you at. So Tawanda takes Trina with her to visit with David, and David is just wanting to know more about Tawanda and what she wants to do with her acting. Tawanda tells him the same thing she said to us. It's her passion, it's her dream, it's what she always wanted to do. She never really wanted to do singing, but she kind of went along with her family. And he tells her, what I want you to do is, I need you to remove the mask. I can tell while you're sitting here talking to me that you're wearing a mask, okay? You're trying to impress me. You're trying to say all the right things, do all the right things. Like, you need to make yourself vulnerable. And it's very difficult, okay, for Tawanda to do that, because Tawanda is a control freak. And I'm going to tell y'all, that doggone Tawanda, we got more in common than I realized. I am very much a control freak. So when he told her, I want you to lose control and be vulnerable, I was like, oh no. My heart was beating fast for her, you guys. I cannot stand to not be in control. You can ask any of my friends when we go out of town. If I planned the trip, now if I didn't plan it, I don't care. But if I planned the trip, I like it to go how, you know, we said it was going to go. Okay, I need to make sure everybody good. I need to make sure everybody's safe. I need to make sure everybody got this. I need to make sure everybody got that. Like, I'm very, I don't know. I get nervous. My nerves get bad. Move that mask, and then he asked her to cry on cue. And if I tell you that doggone Tawana, I said, bitch, excuse me. I get one per video, y'all. I was just like, if that doggone girl didn't cry right on the spot, and I mean, old ugly face cry too. She was just like, Trina's impressed because she said she ain't never seen Tawanda cry. Tawanda doesn't cry, so she's just kind of looking like, wow, okay. I don't know if she barreled in some of her pain, y'all. I mean, it started off slow and everything. She had like the watery eye, and then she went into it. I said, girl, you better cry. You best to cry. You got a spot on daytime TV if you ain't got nothing else, because y'all know they cry real fast on them soap operas. But he tells her she's the best fake cry he ever seen, but he still wants to see. He still wants to see more out of her. So she has kind of like an audition coming up with David now. So when Tawanda comes in for her audition, she is prepared, but not really, okay? Because the night before was the Unbreak My Heart premiere, and she really needed to be rehearsing and really need to be getting ready. But what was Tawanda doing instead? She was trying to be there for Tony. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but again, Tawanda, you just said the reason why you've missed out on fulfilling your dream is because you tried to follow behind the family, do everything the family wanted you to do. So here you are again, you are trying to support Tony and Unbreak My Heart, but you know, you could have got up from dinner and left early because you had something that you needed to do. Yes, Tony might have been upset, but again, you have to make sure that you are living for you, okay? Because everybody else will be living their dream, and in the meantime, you'll be being supporting cast, and not have your own role. You know what? I'm gonna have to, I might have to write that down. That was good. But anyway, you guys, Tawanda gets in there, and she does an okay job. I can tell she was nervous, but she did pretty good, okay? She did a scene with this guy, and when it's over, Mr. White Man, Mr. David says, okay, that was good. It was pretty good, but there's still some things I have some problems with. Number one, there's a respect issue, okay? There's a respect issue for your talent, and there's a respect issue for your time. I said, you better read Mr. David. He got a spot on this show. Absolutely, okay? You supposed to be there at 1:45, Tawanda. You show up at 2:05 or whatever time you said, no, ma'am. All right, if this is your dream and if this is what you want, okay, David already fulfilling his dream. Mr. Black Man, who was there, already fulfilling his dream. You're trying to fulfill your dream. You need to be there on time, okay? Don't nobody have time to be waiting on you. Number two, if this is something that you really want to do, you have to dedicate your time to it. You can't be half doing it, and your excuse is, well, my sister, or I was trying to be there for somebody else. It ain't no room for that no more. This is your dream, not your sister's dream. So you got to get that together. And I ain't trying to be hard on Tawanda, but I understand, because I'm like that. You know, I spend so much time trying to look a certain way that when I get there, I'm still ill prepared because I was putting my time into the wrong things, okay? Putting my time into other people, putting my time into trying to do the right thing, putting my time into trying to look the right way. She looked good, but she was ill prepared, and that was his point. Like, you look good, you spent all your time trying to prepare yourself to get ready, but you didn't really focus and zero in on the character and the gift and the talent, and there's a respect issue there that you need to get together if you want to win in this business. So Tawanda's starting to think that she doesn't have, the I don't know, y'all. She thinks she's not gonna get into the school, but she does. He does accept her, and I was happy for Tawanda. Hopefully we're gonna see big things for Tawanda in the future, because we've been talking about this acting since season 1, and girl, we need to see it. It's high time. Trina has been going to counseling, and she actually told Tracy that earlier. Tracy was the only one who knew, but now everybody about to know, okay? Because her counselor tells her you need to sit down and have a conversation with your family about how you feel. How Trina feels is that her family ridicules her. Her family tells her that she can't all the time. Her family is not supportive of anything she does, and she doesn't appreciate that, okay? She's tired of being treated like that, and also Trina has never really been by herself. She's never really had time to grow and learn herself as a person, which also, y'all, like I said, the show is full of good stuff, okay? Y'all need to really, young people, old people too, make sure that you figure out who you are. I have been blessed to never suffer an identity crisis. Even when I was at my worst, I knew exactly who I was. However, it's very important that you take these years, especially if you're single, to learn who you are, okay? Develop yourself as a person. What do you like? What do you not like? What are you interested in? What do you like to do? What do you enjoy? What's your passions? Make sure that you find... So Trina said, yeah, I'm gonna get together with my sisters because I'm hurt about that, okay? We're gonna talk about them and how they treat me. So she's together with Tawanda and Tamar and telling them I've been going to counseling and I'm working on my communication. So Tamar is just like, counseling? You ain't gotta go to counseling. You could have came and talked to me, honey. And I was just like, yeah, if she wanted her business in the streets, Tamar, because you can't keep no secret. But I understood what Tamar was saying. Tamar is one of them people that don't believe in therapy. She believes that you can work your own issues out. And see, that right there, Tamar, is probably your problem, okay? You could benefit from a little couch time. I'm very surprised that you think that you don't need it. And there's no shade, okay? Tamartians, don't come after me. But yeah, we all could benefit from therapy. I really do believe that. Tawanda was a little bit more understanding than Tamar. She was just kind of like, okay, so what is it that you need us to do? Trina wants them to stop telling her that she can't and be a little bit more supportive of what she has going on. So I felt like Tawanda kind of heard her, but both of them were still kind of just like, Trina, girl, it's kind of like a she'll be okay type of thing. I don't know if I really like that, because if somebody comes to you and tells you that they have a problem with what you're doing and you don't stop, then that means you have no respect for how they feel about a situation. If you don't have any respect for them, it's making me wonder if you really care. Although I do think they care about Trina, but do they really care about how they're making Trina feel? Okay, you guys, that was it. Hope it's going to be short enough. If not, I'm going to have to cut it down, but camera's going dead, so this is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try to get all these videos together. Probably will still try to upload episode 4 if I can. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I appreciate you. Bye.